Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Drinks with Drea. I'm here today to give you my top 3 tips and tricks on how to make really stunning flat lays. So, flat lays are those really pretty pictures you see all over Instagram. They're usually shot from an aerial perspective, and they just give you this really pretty view of what everybody's drinking, what we're eating, maybe your behind the scenes, your to do list. And so, I take these kind of shots all the time. People ask me, how do you do that? How do you take these great pictures of your food and your drinks? And honestly, it's a lot simpler than it looks. So I want to give you my top 3 tricks, my favorite techniques of how to do it. Now, before we get into that, I do want to let you guys know that I'm drinking Blue Mind Roasting today. This is their Ethiopian blend, and I'm actually drinking it out of their own mug. They just started selling mugs. This is a local roaster based out of Indianapolis. They're really awesome. And yeah, this is their first, venture into housewares. And you guys know I love beautiful housewares, beautiful mugs and glasses. So I had to get my hands on one. This is really awesome, and it kind of gives you a nice, cozy feeling because there's no handle. So really nice. So anyway, let's get into my top 3 tips and tricks for beautiful flat lays. All right, so my first technique that I recommend is to always, always, always make sure you are near a great light source. So if that's a window, if you've got something to kind of reflect or bounce light, sometimes I'll use a paper towel, you can use cardboard, you can use anything to kind of direct light from the window to your object. Even if you're in a restaurant, if you're near a window there, I would say go for that. Sometimes I even request to be, near the spot where I know I can get great light, just because I really take, these kind of photos seriously. So always make sure you're near a good light source. I also recommend if you're in a restaurant somewhere dark and moody, I know it's tempting to use the flash, but I'm going to say please, please, please avoid. Unless you're going for like a high flash, overexposed look, for creative purposes, I would try to stay away from the flash, especially with camera phones. A lot of times the flashes on your camera phone just really aren't going to give you that crisp look that you're looking for. So again, try to make sure you're near a window, and that's going to give you beautiful light to just illuminate your objects. So tip number 2, this is where you want to make sure that you're adding in objects that can add some visual interest to what you're doing. I like to layer things like patterns of fabric, maybe I'll have an object like my food, and I'll surround that with flowers, maybe a tray, different things that can kind of just add a little bit more character to your layout. Don't be afraid to add or remove things as you go until you get just the right shot. So my last tip is don't be afraid to get the shot. I will tell you, I am the first person that if I'm in a restaurant or a coffee shop and I really want to get this flat lay, this shot, if I have to stand up, if I have to get on a chair, so be it. I know that sometimes it can be a little embarrassing to think like, why am I taking all these photos for my social media, or people are gonna look at me crazy. And honestly, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And to be honest, right now, a lot of people know the name of the game. They know that you're probably taking pics for your Snapchat or for your Instagram. So do what you got to do to get the shot. Don't be embarrassed. Because yeah, all that matters in the end is, did you get that shot?